Hello, it's Adrian here. Are you ready to do your final GCSE English exam, AQA Paper 2? Are you ready for it? There's still chance and still opportunities to up your grades if you structure your answers well in this particular paper. Paper 2 is very demanding because you are now in the process of looking at two sources that are unseen. So you're actually going into the exam blind. There's no literature text that you can remember. It's going to be something that takes place on the day. But you can prepare and structure answers to your questions. And I have put together a revision guide, a last-minute revision guide that actually covers this. So I'm going to show it to you on the screen, and it's available on my shop for only $2.99, and it's going to help you boost your confidence and boost those grades. So let's just get the source up, and if I just into it, this is the source. It's how to approach questions 2 to 5 on AQA GCSE English Language Paper 2. Now, when you look at the picture on the cover page, it gives you some indication of what this is about. It's the way you should read the question several times. You should focus on the key requirements, use short quotations, and analyze language, compare ideas and perspectives. So it's got it in a nutshell there. So this is the actual guide at the beginning. It tells you about question 2, and it explains that it is 8 marks, and it tells you what to focus on, and it does it more specifically. It says summarize differences or similarities using inference and textual detail. And when you look at this question, this particular question, this question is only a small mark, but it still can be quite confusing for the students because it says compare the similarities or differences and what you understand about the particular comparison. In this particular case, I'm using one of the paper 2s, which involved the crossing and the trip to Patagonia by a guy called William Hudson. And so what you need to do, step-by-step approach, you read the question carefully and make sure you know what you are comparing. Example, is it different boats? Is it experiences? Is it attitudes? And don't get it mixed up. Highlight key details in both sources that link to the question topic. Identify clear differences or similarities. Usually aim for 3 to 4 clear points. I suggested the way you write and structure your answers. Use comparative connectives such as whereas, in contrast, however, similarly. Avoid analysis of language, so don't start analyzing the language. The suggested word count for question 2 is between 120 and 150 words. Bearing in mind that this is only 8 marks, you would want to only spend about 10 minutes. Suggested structure, I've said 3 to 4 short comparative paragraphs or a clear extended paragraph with 3 to 4 points. So if you go further on, that's the question 2. Now what I do is I also include a sample answer. So question 2, it now tells you what the question is. You need to refer to source A and B for this question. Use details from both sources to write a summary of what you understand about the different boats. So this is the way I've structured the answer, and this is based on a 7 to 9 level, more likely an 8 and 9 level, to be honest. And I've put it in 3 paragraphs. And if you read this through, you will find this is going to be quite helpful to you. And I talk about the boats in source A and B are vastly different. So I kind of summarize those differences and I pick out things straight away. And notice you can pick out quotes, but you really need to link them to the question. So there I put brand spanking new. And if you look at the comparison I make in this one, in contrast, I've put ancient and much damaged. So you've got a very good referenced idea in answering the question. And then you go back again to the other elements of this paper and you will see more advice about how you structure your answers. So this one, question 3, has more detail in there. And then you see question 4, it has a lot of detail there. And in question 5, it gives lots of advice and ways you can approach it here. And this is going to be very helpful. As I said, all the questions have sample answers. If you look at question 5 here, you'll see that the paragraph go up, of course, because it's a bigger mark, but that's basically it. And then after that, you've got an insert that's in there, so you can reference it against here and there. So you've got the sources and everything's there. So what this is all about at the end of the day is utilizing your time to its maximum capability. But also, when you look at the way I've structured in this particular paper that I used, which was the Crossing the Ben Fogle and James Cracknell source with William Hudson source, after you've looked at this, you can then use this type of structure to look at any other past papers on language paper 2. So what you need to do now is literally go on to an online and order this. It's a digital PDF format that is used, and in fact I've printed it off here. If you notice, I've printed off the book here, the booklet. Oh my goodness, that's the virtual for you. But anyway, it's here. I don't know if you can see that. Still can't see it. No, it's on there. Anyway, but you can print it off as well. So it's something you can use as a PDF, etc., etc. So get online, look at the link on here that's going across the video here. And at the end of this, you'll have details which can show you how to purchase that small resource. And good luck on the 6th of June. Thank you very much and take care. Thank you.